It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this one over the line of the end zone, well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
2nd and 15. He's got a man. Downfield is Horton. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 30 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time and some job making things up front.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 2.
He'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
It's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, they're sending out an early memo that points are not going to be easy to come by in this one. A block here in the opening quarter. What a block it was.
I love how you talked about sending out a memo. I know of one special teams coach who leaves a note in the lockers of guys he wants on his special teams. A direct invitation to them. He wants them to have the pride in what they're doing. This group showed it right there. A big effect on this game.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You talk about the Seahawk defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here is 3rd down and 4. They'll drop the throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Panthers.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Now back to throw. Now a run here off the arm. And he's going to have to eat this one.
Just throw it out of bounds.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here now a 3rd and 20. Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Ready, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready, Justin, 870 Timberwolf.
He'll look to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Tanner Muse with it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. What a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you. As he'll be backed up to start this drive. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
That's good for the Panthers. First down.
18, 5 in.
24-yard.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
First down.
A short one there, caught by Likely. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
It's now second and 6 at the 36-yard line.
19 Lions. Mustang 19.
They'll look to throw here. This is caught by McMillan. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, ETN. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Complete to Austin here over the middle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And the Panther first down.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Dragon 60. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
They'll set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Reek Woolen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think they have nickel. Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Let's go now.
Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
You can't admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 21-0.
21. Panthers nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
What the fuck?
And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made, is the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they had that one sniffed out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. That is caught. McMillan with it.
Who told this nigga to step down?
Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give them credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get too closer here on the fake extra point. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Warriors 17.
As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he's brought down. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. The Seahawks at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. J.C. Horn up to make the tackle.
Another episode that they're like, I'm going to switch up on them.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves.
Fighting his way through contact. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking in the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Turn his TV off, turn his TV off, turn his TV off, turn his TV off. Ain't no other king than his rep thing makes his name.
On the ground, this is a Marlon Hampton. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a
Let me hurry up. I sound like y'all in trouble. Let me hurry up.
Here we go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
When the world needed him most, he vanished.
In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there.
Man, this fucking game's so ass.
He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses.
Wide open fucking route combos, bro.
Or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
60 79 Broncos.
Back to throw here. He'll try to do it himself. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And that will force it.
Damn, bitch, them bitches good? No.
Turnover on downs. So an interesting decision at this stage of the game to go for it. You think maybe that missed field goal earlier had anything to do with it?
If it did, I'm really surprised because usually one miss is not enough to alter your game plan. My only thought is maybe he got hurt or maybe they just
Another
understand that it's
episode.
not
That's
his
like
day for some
I'm always right
reason
that.
we don't know right now. But in general situations, you run him back out there and let him have another chance.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make...
He's got a man, complete. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Carolina. Calvin Austin, 81 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw.
And he's across for 2 points. What a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1.
Ryan Fitzgerald.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. Oh, good-looking return setup.
Oh, this nigga's fucking garbage.
Return there, almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there.
Man, come on, man. Hey, fuck!
A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. He's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to hold that one in.
And in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Warriors 70. Ready.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Trevor Etienne, 57 yards. And the Panthers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2.
The Panthers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Back to throw now on 1st down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
19 Lions. Panther 11. Panther 11. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. At the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Man, what the fuck are you doing?
Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Dragon 60. Let's go now. Traffic. Cougar 19. Cup 19. Cup 19. Buffalo 18. Seven Pirates.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is taken into the 5. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
That's good for the Panthers. 1st down. 1st and goal, Carolina.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
6-18, Pioneer.
He'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up and run.
Man, what the
End zone, touchdown, Carolina. It's their quarterback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff. You don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
These offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball with the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, They've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Horton. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
And he'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
48-yard line.
Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Already know how it go. Already know I got shit on go. Money calling, gotta go. You gotta go.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Drop 60, drop 60. Here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. A great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. This is 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at their 49-yard line.
Come back, team. Come back, go.
They'll look to throw. Smith and Jigbo hauling it in on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Yards on the play.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hill. And the 29, here's 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
Now they'll change things up.
at the 29-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, that nigga not throwing a fucking football. Man, you playing like a bitch.
Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back to the end zone.
Oh, my God.
And they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Second and 10.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Panthers 50, 79 Broncos. Mustang 19, 18 Pioneer. Dragon 60. Go.
They'll set up a throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards.
And the Panthers first.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Ready? Win. Panther 60. Panther 60. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 19 Lions.
They'll drop the throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Oh, come on. Thanks. Fuck.
And it brings up third down.
Warrior 72. Dragon 60.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the ready.
The offense on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. That one caught. It's Horton. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come on.
Now back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he slips it past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
At the 48-yard line.
Buffalo 18.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series.
What nigga do is just cover fucking food. This shit is OP.
Try to pick up another first down.
Back to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Horton. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line.
That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
This nigga.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll look to throw again. They complete it to Hill. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll look to throw here.
Man, you can't.
Drive killer there. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips off the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Check smash, check smash. Warriors 70. Seven Pirates, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Panthers are going to get the football here.
A nigga cannot check 2 corner routes. One fucking 20 yards up the field and one at the bottom.
It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far as the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Hurt. Check. 79 Broncos. Go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the short one caught by Likely. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. At least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
3rd and 4, and this crowd urging on their defense. They're up and making noise.
Fix the Eagles! Fix the Eagles! Trap 60! Trap 60!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Marcus Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
70, 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Ready?
He'll look to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Warriors 70. Let's go. 18 Cardinal. 19. Panther 11. Panther 11.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my baby.
Check smash. Check smash. Cowboy 80. 18. Pioneer.
They'll set up to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Ready, break.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Track 19 right.
Back to throw here.
Man, what the...
Intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes.
This is caught at the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for Carolina. 74 yards.
That's good for the Panthers. 1st down.
They're going to look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Calvin Austin with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now.
36. Seahawks 21. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
This is 1st and 10.
Mustang 19. Ready. 8 Cougar 19. Buffalo 18.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That's complete to Houghton. And he has a big gain inside inside the 40 before being dropped.
36 yards.
2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly a must. It's 1st and 10.
38-yard line.
70, Warriors 70. 79 Broncos.
He'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the
Man, you gotta be a fucking...
And not much on the return there. He'll take it only on